Morning students, welcome to online class Standard 8 Subject Physics. This is Amos Michael, Department of Physics. And in this chapter, we are going to learn about the different types of musical instruments from the chapter number 7, Sound. So what are the learning objectives? So first we are going to learn about the different types of musical instruments. First one is stringed musical instrument, and second one is wind musical instrument, and third one is membrane musical instrument, and finally plate type musical instrument. So let us see one by one. What do you mean by musical instruments? In the previous class we learned about the music and noise. So we know that the unpleasant sounds around us are called noise. The sounds which are pleasant to hear are called music. The various sounds produced in music are called notes in English and swara in Hindi. The arrangement of sounds of different frequencies in a way that is pleasant to hear is called music. The instruments which make the music sounds are called musical instruments. Here are some of the common examples of musical instruments are sitar, veena, violin, tampura and piano. Let us learn about the stringed musical instrument. Stringed musical instruments produce musical sounds by the vibration of stretched strings. A string is a piece of thin wire. In a musical instrument, it is fixed tightly between the 2 points. So, when the stretched string of a musical instrument is plucked or bowed with the fingers of our hand, then the string starts vibrating and it will produce sound. So, these strings, which are fixed tightly on a large sounding box, and the air present in the sounding box increases the loudness of the sound produced by the vibrating strings. Here are some of the very common examples of stringed type musical instruments. First one is sitar, and the second one is the veena, and this one is tampura. You know that tampura is the accompanying instrument. It cannot be played as a solo instrument. So this one is the violin, and guitar and santur are the common examples of string type instruments. Don't be worried. In the later part of this class, we will learn all the musical instruments with their proper sounds. Second one is wind musical instrument. It produces musical sounds by the vibration of air columns inside them. So blowing air is called wind. So in a wind musical instrument, a column of air enclosed in a wooden tube vibrates and it produces musical sound. So we have to pump air from our mouth into the wind instrument in order to make it work and produce sounds. The picture shown here is nothing but mouth organ. So everybody in our childhood we might have used this kind of musical instruments called mouth organ. So what are the other examples of wind type instruments? Shanai, flute and trumpet, harmonium, keyboard and nadaswaram are some of the other examples of wind type musical instruments. Then membrane musical instrument. Membrane is a thin sheet of skin. Membrane type musical instruments produce sounds by the vibrations of thin stretched membranes like stretched skins. In this type, a thin membrane fixed tightly over a hollow wooden drum vibrates and produces sound. So we have to strike the stretched membrane of the instrument with our hands or with sticks to make it vibrate and produce sound. For example, when we strike the membrane of mridangam, the sound that we hear is not only that of the membrane, but of the whole body of the mridangam, which is forced to vibrate. What are the examples of membrane type instruments? Mridangam, tabla, tapali, drums, and dolak are the common examples of membrane type instruments. The next one is plate type musical instrument. It produces musical sounds by the vibration of thick plates. The plate type musical instruments are simply beaten or struck to produce musical sounds. The cymbals, also called manjira, consists of two concave brass plates. When the two brass metal plates are struck together, they make a ringing musical sound. So the bell used in performing puja or that in temples is also a plate type musical instrument. Ghatam and Kartal are also plate type musical instruments which we will see in the later part of this session. So this one is Manjira, symbols, Kartal is a Ghatam and this one is Jaldram. So Jaldram is an instrument which is consists of number of cups containing different amounts of water. When the cups containing water are stuck with the two sticks in a proper way, then the musical sounds are produced. The frequency of the sound produced in Jaldram is adjusted by putting the appropriate amount of water in each cup. So the cup containing minimum water will produce a sound of low frequency, and the amount of water in the cups goes on increasing, the frequency of the sound produced also goes on increasing. So as you increase the amount of water in the cup, the frequency of the sound also increases. Let us hear some of the Indian musical instruments.
And sitar. And violin. Basuri. Gam. And tabla. And the dhol. And morsing. Other examples are manjira and kartal.
I hope that you would have enjoyed this class and you might have learned many new things. Hopefully, it will be very useful to you. Thank you. Have a good day.